It's something far more common, something hiding in your pantry right now. It's high-fructose corn syrup, also known as HFCS. This sweetener has quietly become one of the biggest health hazards in modern diets, and most people have no idea how much they're consuming every single day. You'll find it not just in sodas and sweets, but in fruit juices, cereals, salad dressings, ketchup, bread, and even healthy snacks like protein bars and yogurts. It's cheap, it's addictive, and it's hidden in plain sight. In this video, we'll uncover the truth about high-fructose corn syrup, how it's made, why it's far worse than regular sugar, what it does inside your body, and how you can protect yourself starting today. What is high-fructose corn syrup? High-fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, is a sweetener made from cornstarch. Through a chemical process, manufacturers convert the glucose in corn syrup into fructose, the same simple sugar found naturally in fruit. But here's the catch. When you eat fructose in whole fruit, it comes packaged with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, which slow absorption and keep your metabolism balanced. In HFCS, that fructose is isolated and concentrated. It's a pure, liquid form of sugar with no fiber, no nutrients, and no natural braking system for your body. The most common versions are HFCS 55, found in soft drinks, 55% fructose, 45% glucose, HFCS 42, found in processed foods and baked goods. In short, it's a man-made sugar designed to be cheap, sweet, and addictive. How it took over the food industry. High-fructose corn syrup didn't exist 60 years ago. It was developed in the 1970s as a low-cost alternative to cane sugar. Corn was abundant, subsidies made it cheap, and HFCS was easier to transport in liquid form. Food companies loved it. It made products sweeter, lasted longer, and kept customers coming back for more. As a result, HFCS quickly replaced sugar in countless products. From the 1980s onward, per-person sugar consumption skyrocketed, not because we were eating more dessert, but because sweeteners were added to nearly everything. Even foods marketed as low-fat or heart-healthy were often loaded with HFCS to improve taste. And here's the devastating part: as HFCS consumption increased, so did rates of obesity, fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. Coincidence? Science says no. What makes HFCS so dangerous? To understand why HFCS is so harmful, let's look at what happens once it enters your body. Unlike glucose, which every cell in your body can use for energy, fructose can only be metabolized by your liver. When you consume HFCS, it bypasses your body's normal sugar-regulating systems. Your blood sugar doesn't rise much, your insulin barely reacts, and your "I'm full" hormones stay quiet. So what happens next? Your liver gets overloaded with fructose. And when the liver can't process it all, it starts converting that excess fructose directly into fat. That fat begins to build up inside the liver, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and spills into the bloodstream as triglycerides, increasing your risk for heart disease. Over time, this process also promotes insulin resistance, which can lead to prediabetes and eventually type 2 diabetes. But that's not all. The inflammation caused by excess fructose contributes to high blood pressure, gut problems, and chronic fatigue. The hidden problem: you stay hungry. Here's something most people don't realize. High-fructose corn syrup doesn't just make you fat, it makes you hungrier. Unlike regular carbohydrates, HFCS doesn't trigger leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you've had enough to eat. At the same time, it doesn't suppress ghrelin, the hunger hormone. The result? You can eat or drink massive amounts of HFCS and still feel hungry, even as your body stores away more fat. This is why sugary drinks and processed snacks create a cycle of overeating and cravings. It's not just lack of willpower, it's biochemistry. Where it's hiding. So where is all this HFCS hiding? Practically everywhere. Here are some common culprits: sodas and fruit-flavored drinks, bottled iced teas and energy drinks, packaged fruit juices. Even those labeled 100% natural, breakfast cereals and granola bars, sweetened yogurts and flavored milk, ketchup, barbecue sauce, and salad dressings, bread, canned soups, and processed snacks. Food companies often disguise it under different names: corn syrup, fructose, glucose fructose, or maize syrup. Always check your labels. If you see any of those ingredients in the first few lines, it's a red flag. The science is clear. Researchers have studied HFCS for decades, and the evidence keeps stacking up. A study from Princeton University found that rats fed high-fructose corn syrup gained significantly more weight and more body fat than those fed regular sugar, even when total calories were the same. Another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked high-fructose intake to increased triglycerides, liver fat, and insulin resistance in humans. It's not just about calories, it's about how those calories affect your hormones and metabolism. Fructose, when isolated and overconsumed, turns your liver into a fat factory, and your body pays the price. The good news: you can reverse it. Here's the empowering part: your body is remarkably resilient. If you cut out high-fructose corn syrup and focus on whole, natural foods, your metabolism begins to reset, sometimes within just a few weeks. Your liver can heal. Your energy stabilizes. Cravings decrease. Here's how to start. 1. Read labels religiously. If you see corn syrup, fructose, or HFCS, put it back on the shelf. Even small daily amounts add up. 2. Drink smart. Sodas, bottled juices, and energy drinks are the biggest sources of hidden HFCS. Replace them with water, sparkling water, or homemade fruit-infused drinks. 3. Choose whole carbs. Fruits, sweet potatoes, quinoa, oats, and brown rice. Provide natural sugars with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, the way nature intended. 4. Cook at home. Homemade meals mean full control. You'll quickly realize how easy it is to flavor food without sugar. 5. Balance blood sugar. Pair carbs with protein and healthy fats. This slows down absorption and keeps your energy steady. Within a few weeks of cutting HFCS, most people notice better digestion, fewer cravings, improved mood, and even clearer skin. The bigger picture: HFCS isn't just a personal health issue, it's a public one. Over the last few decades, its rise has paralleled the rise in chronic diseases. And while it's easy to blame individuals for their choices, the truth is that this ingredient was quietly added to nearly everything we eat. By understanding how it works and choosing whole, natural foods, you're taking back control, not just of your diet, but of your health, your energy, and your future. Because the truth is simple: not all carbohydrates are created equal. Cut the fake stuff. Fuel your body the way nature intended, with real food, real nutrition, and real energy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more natural health and wellness insights every week. Here's to making smarter choices, one meal at a time.